Hey guys, Joe from J&M Concrete here. This week we are doing a driveway, pretty straightforward, but we have to do it in two pours, not because it's large, because of how it's laid out. Stick around for the tear out, the prep, the pour. Don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe. See you then guys, bye-bye. I don't mind when concrete is really broken up. It means it's going to be easy to tear out. But I actually like breaking up the pieces to max out the weight capacity of the Bobcat. I prefer to break it out in pieces that are like 3 feet by 4 to 5 feet. And all these broken up ones means that my team had to help me load into the Bobcat, which annoys me because I don't like making my people work too hard. But either way, we got it knocked out, dug out a whole bunch of dirt since half of this was a dirt driveway, and we got a trunk that was right here in the middle of our concrete. Either way, the Bobcat knocked it out, and our great team did a great job too. I'm so glad we got this new 2025 F600 with the 14-foot dump bed. We have plenty of room for all that dirt, but the problem is I'm not used to how much it can carry. I dumped out this road base and it was way more than I thought, which is great because that's why we bought it, but we're still learning with the new truck. You won't see it in this video, but up against the house there, we did put up some expansion just to make sure this thing has room to wiggle around. We're learning that with these new Type 1L cements, you really have to baby them. Give them a lot of room to move, make sure your joints are deep, and just double, triple check everything, making sure that it breaks right. Here's my wife putting in rebar, kicking butt as always, doing a great job ahead of us. Now, 2 finishers is a lot for this little square and that little piece of sidewalk, but then 1 isn't enough, especially when I'm the one running the equipment, making sure my wife is doing the rebar where it needs to be and stuff like that. So sometimes they get easy pours where just 2 guys can handle a nice little chunk like this. And sometimes I work them a little hard, but as you can tell here, while we were pouring that, my wife was doing the rebar, getting ready for the following pour, and we managed to have an actual sidewalk here instead of trying to pour it with the driveway, which we could have, but it just wouldn't have came out as nice, if that makes any sense. And then after we were done pouring this, she got her chairs up. That way I didn't want to step on them while we were going back and forth so much. And then the 2 guys, they just came the way down this little strip and knocked it out, making sure it was perfectly flat. At least when you have a lot of guys, you can make sure the finish is perfect. All right, guys, there it is. Pour went well. We poured at 7 in the morning. So the weird part about this, since they had that little section of sidewalk, I was thinking, hey, if we poured it all at once, we need to cut these joints a certain way, but it wouldn't crack the right way if we poured it at once. So we decided to do the sidewalk first. And since I was doing that, I said, you know what, since we have cracking in mind and I like leaving nice square or rectangular slabs to control joints, we did this little corner over here too. You might wonder, why isn't this underground? Can't go that way because it's uphill. Can't go straight that way because it'll just be a paved surface. Turning it around this way, there's concrete there already, so it just has to drain on top. But either way, we're pouring again tomorrow. Stick around for that. See you then, guys. Bye-bye.
So when I order concrete, usually I order a 6, but it always shows up a 5. It's like a really, really real sweet spot. But here we ordered a full truck, the whole 10 yards. So when I ordered a 6 at 7 in the morning, it gets loaded at 6. The truck still showed up at a 6, so the concrete looks a little wetter than normal. But either way, it came out well. We didn't have too much extra. We sprayed day one the entire way we were doing this. Fun fact, do you see where my guy's cutting this joint? If you look at the spacing between the top and the bottom and everything, they're slightly longer up here than down at the bottom ones, just so we could line up with these other joints. The difference is only a few inches, but it looks cool where it lines up with the joint of this sidewalk, where it lines up where the new and old sidewalk meet, and where the other joint lines up. So we just wanted to lean into aesthetics more this time instead of just technical stuff, because it wasn't too big of a change, and it just looked really, really nice.
Hey guys, Joe from J&M Concrete here. Pour went well, check it out. So last night I decided to add that little curb head right there because the yard was just too tall. It wasn't part of the deal. That backside don't really have it, but they can just put some stones over there. But I decided just to throw that in because it's the right thing to do. I didn't want rocks rolling onto this side, so we threw that in. I cut the boards last night so that I can show up here and just pop them in, which is exactly how it happened. Pour came out really nice. These trees have been giving us shade, so it's curing slowly. As you can see, I'm walking on the little sidewalk now. It's its own sidewalk. That's what I was shooting for originally. But there it is, guys. Everything came out well. So next week, before we do another colored driveway with the porch, which will be somewhat a little complicated project just because we wanted to come out right, we're doing a 1 yard pour, tear out and pour the same day. It's for a return customer. It's a job that had some issues that we did like 6-7 years ago. I don't know what happened, but either way, we're gonna do right by the customer, tear it out, redo it, and then jump to another job. But either way, thanks for sticking around, guys. Everything so far so good. Pour went well. See you next week.